Well, you've heard of the pass, you've heard of the town, you know of the fourth largest ski area in North America. Well, now meet Vail, the man. Dr. Colorado's 23rd book is Charlie Davis Vail, the highway engineer who transformed Colorado roads. And he's joining me today to talk about his newest book, the one, the only, Dr. Colorado. Great to see you as always.
Wonderful to be here.
Thank you.
Jackie.
I am anxious to hear about Charlie Vail. He's an interesting folk, isn't
Right,
he?
head of the highway department, what's now called CDOT.
Yeah.
And probably their most important chief engineer.
Yeah.
One of the most important things he did was stop I-70 from stopping in Denver. Originally the plan in Washington was to have it stop here because of the mountain barrier and take people south on I-25 through New Mexico or north on I-25 through I-80. But he said, no, we've got to have it through the whole state.
Interesting. Now, he did start out working on the railroads, and it's where he met another figure.
Right,
Who
working
was
on the Mexican railroads, he met Pancho Villa, who had killed several gringo people and working in Mexico, and taxed anything that came through. He wanted to collect some money from anybody building a railroad.
Interesting.
And Charlie Vail escaped with his life, but he
Yeah.
never went back. He was chased out of Mexico by Pancho Villa.
Chased out of Mexico. Well, thank goodness he landed here because we have Vail now. All right, so during the 1920s, he served as the mayor, as Mayor Stapleton's deputy mayor, and he was also the manager of improvement in parks. So what was his biggest park improvement?
It's hard to say. He was responsible for construction of what's now DIA back in 1929, and also for the city and county building. But probably the biggest project was Red Rocks.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Any others that we might know of? That
Yeah, quite a few. Anything that went on in the 1930s there would have been Vail. I think he was responsible for changing roads from concrete to asphalt, because you could build faster and cheaper with asphalt, and you didn't have to replace a whole section of pavement like you did with concrete for repairs. You could just fill the potholes. And
I'm sure that was one of many challenges. What else as a road engineer did he come across as a challenge?
Probably best known for passes like what you see here. This is Red Mountain Pass with the avalanches, the worst stretch of the whole state for avalanches, getting a road through there. And he completed Red Mountain Pass.
Okay. Okay. And then how did Vail publicize the improvements to Colorado roadways?
Well, they put out a magazine called Colorado Highways, which is unfortunately no longer with us, but the state map, this wonderful free map that's handed out with not any advertising, but a lot of information on ski areas, on historic sites, on railroads.
Yeah. What about his proudest accomplishments for Charlie Vail? What would those be?
Oh, let's see. I think the Red Cliff Bridge over the Eagle River was one of them. Surveying Vail Pass was one of those. And here you see Monarch Pass, one of his best highways, and one of the safest because of the wide curves on it.
Yeah, yeah. Your book is fascinating, and these are pictures from the book that we've seen. What were some of the challenges in writing this book?
This was actually pretty easy, Jackie. The family had clipped every newspaper article ever written about Charlie Vail. So we had 3 big notebooks to look at. And then his grandson, Dr. Charlie Vail, a prominent veterinarian down in Littleton.
No kidding.
Was a great source. He had wonderful stories about his grandpa.
Yeah, I love that. And then right now it's a great time to go leaf peeping. So what's the best place to be right now, leaf peeping? And
I just went over Vail Pass yesterday, and it was fabulous. I don't think it's ever looked finer.
Oh, it was a little late coming this year, wasn't it?
Yes, I think climate change has affected.
Yeah, climate change.
We used to do it the 3rd week in September, now the 1st week in October.
I know. Now, do you ski?
I used to in my youth.
Yeah? I saw you on the slopes back in the day, I'm sure.
And you like Riva Ridge.
I love Riva Ridge. I like it because it's long. And just keep going. Thank you so much for being here today. We appreciate it. You can see Tom Noel's latest book, Charlie Davis Vail, the highway engineer who transformed Colorado roads. It's available at Tattered Cover, where you are invited to a free slide lecture and book signing on Thursday, October 17th at 7 p.m. That's the Tattered Cover on East Colfax and Elizabeth Street. And you're welcome to stay and celebrate with Tom afterwards. For Dr. Colorado's tours, talks, courses, books, and other info, please check out dr-colorado.com.